Here it is, y'all. The last day of year one. Well, last video at least. Welcome back, everybody, to Fantasy Farm here on Stardew Valley. The fortunes today are looking very happy. Our bonus for the day is the Blessing of Waters, which is a new one. The first 3 fish you hook today will be much easier. Well, I hate to disappoint the game, but I'm probably not going to be doing that. Hey, Delta, guess what? My band is playing a show tonight in Zuzu City. Oh, dude, this is a terrible time. Meet me in the bus stop at 4 o'clock this afternoon to leave for the show. You better be there. Man, timing is terrible for that. Absolutely terrible, but I will be there. Because I genuinely don't want to miss that event, so... And before there's a thing on screen that's popped up that's like, yeah, you could just show up at 4 o'clock any day. Dear Delta, I ordered too much fertilizer for the garden. I bet you can put it to some good use. Take care, Jody. Cool. I'll add that to my stack over here. Alright, list of things to do for the day. We need to get this quest done today. It's not due today, but we need to get it done today. Because the 28th, we're going to be spending time primarily focused on getting everything ready for spring in terms of the sprinklers and what have you. So that needs to get done ASAP. Other than that, I'll put another void egg in here just to... We'll see what happens with the void mayonnaise in terms of how much it sells for. For now, I'm going to put these away. What we can sort of check is mayonnaise 179, void 173, but this is lower quality, so it's actually worth a good bit. It makes me feel better knowing I made a good choice in that regard. So yeah, maybe I will use the void mayonnaise for that. It's got some uses, not a ton, but some. Other than that, what to do? There is a sheet of paper we picked up a while back, if you remember, one of the secret notes, that did mention that on the last day there was something to do, which is somewhere in here. 12 o'clock noon sharp, last day of the season. Check the bush above the playground. Now, it doesn't matter what season this is, but it should be the last day of whatever season you're doing it, so need to make sure to do that. Ooh. Yeah, on the off chance. Let's go ahead and grab these real quick. On the off chance that I do see Elliot, I'm going to keep this pomegranate for him, because this is on his love list. I do have that donation as well, the anchor. I need to send that off at some point. Let's quickly toss another geode into here. Put those away, that away. I think we probably do the thing with the bugs first. That's the most pressing. Yeah, we'll grab that. Why not? At some point, we will get a secret note that mentions something about the maple syrup, but I don't believe we've gotten it yet, so for now, we're just gonna not worry about it. Well, if the spirits well and truly are happy, they're gonna be giving me a lot of enemies down here, because that's what I need. But we'll see what happens. Curious to see if floor 17 will still have the skull heads. Let's find out. Nope, not anymore. They have vacated elsewhere. Yes, good. Bring me these. I'd love to get swarmed by those right now, actually, because that would be probably enough to get what I need. If I do have to go to the concert, I can obviously come back as well. It's not too big a deal, but the sooner I get this done, the better. Luckily, the storage thing that Willie puts is outside, so it doesn't have to be during his shop hours or anything like that. Though I think you can get in there at any time, and you definitely can now that the whole, hey, if you want to repair the boat thing is active. They kind of have to let you in there at any time, so... And there it is. With one extra to spare. Excellent. And just for posterity's sake, we'll grab a few more. Oops, that's not where I was trying to go. I was trying to go to town. Also, we can conveniently pick this up at the same time. We received an iridium trash can, and if I have enough time, I will drop off the gold pickaxe with some iridium bars, and we'll get that started as well, now that we've completed that quest. Speaking of completion, let's stick that in there as well. So that'll be one closer on our collections. So we still have a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 more. That might be one where I have to craft the little rings of artifact spots to find them, but we'll get there. That chipped clay pot is usually the last one that I find. It's a notoriously difficult one. Oh, right. Let's check and see if Elliot's home real quick. Ah, he is home. Ah, I thought someone was there. That was wonderful. How long have you been playing? We'll go with that was wonderful. It'd be nice. And it actually was. It was quite pretty. I'm not very good, but it's fun to play. That was actually quite good. I've been working day and night to try to finish my book. It's been driving me insane, Delta. I know the feeling. An occasional tune is the only recreation I allow myself. There's just too much work to do. My bank account's starting to run dry. Sometimes I wish I could just throw it all away and become a farmer like you. It's just hard to be a farmer. You come along on the farm. I could use the extra help. We'll go with it's just hard to be a farmer. It would be cool to have him, like, just hang out there, but I feel like he would say, like, no, it's, you know, you're right. That was an insensitive thing to say. Nah, it's all good. What I meant is that I'd like to get away from this dark, musty prison and experience a little bit of real life. That's all. Sorry I'm complaining like this. I just need someone to talk to now and then. Yeah, I hear ya. It is all good. Been doing little indoor exercises since it's often too cold to go out. Sorry if it's a bit humid at the cabin. All good. Here, have something to snack on. Alright, and at long last, this quest is done. 3000 G. And I do believe, yeah, that quest will not pop up until tomorrow. And with the 3000 G, that gives us enough for the upgrade. I could have sold some stuff, sure, but now that's one less thing to worry about. We'll take this prize ticket and go cash it in real quick. Which is just a book for experience, but hey, we'll take it. We're not that far into level 3, but every little bit will help. Alright, as for everything else here, well, first, there we go. Don't need that. Those are little extra bits. Put all this away. Should probably move the bug meat over here, honestly. Or not here, but here. Could put on one of those lures, but we'll do that later. That goes here. This is that. I've almost crafted all the iron bars we can. That will go here. From here, what did I say I needed to do? Mostly grabbing the iridium. And that'll be for the pickaxe. I will have no need of the sword right now, so we're good on that front. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of the day, admittedly, after I do this while we wait for 4 o'clock. I'll try to gift Haley, because I know we haven't gifted her yet. She does like the coconut. Who have we not gifted that could use something? I could try to find Penny again. Have to scroll pretty far down nowadays. These have all been gifted twice. Sandy, probably not. Krobus, Alex. I could bring Krobus a diamond, sure. And since we're going there, might as well grab the mystery box. Hey Clint, I got a little bit more work for you to do, but not much. Ooh, amethyst ring. Nice. Alright, iridium pickaxe. And with that, we're basically only ever going to see Clint now when we need to open mystery boxes. Other than that, we will pretty much never see him at all. And I'm willing to bet some of you are not going to hate hearing that. Harvey and Elliot are hanging out here, but they're not who I'm looking for. Given it is a weekend, there's a good chance they could all be indoors. Surprised Penny wasn't hanging out, but Haley is probably going to be here. Yep, there she is. Hi. Is that coconut? I love this. Yeah. Krobus is easy enough. We know where he is. Also, I forgot to gift the dwarf. Was he not on my list? Oh, I've already gifted him twice this week. That's why. I might do a quick little pause here and figure out where Penny is, because she's the only person left on my list, and as a result, she's pretty much the only person that I'd need to gift. Everybody else I've already gifted twice, or they're already full up, so we'll just kind of figure out where the heck... Alrighty, it said that she was probably in the museum, but we were in the museum and she wasn't there. The other option is that she's at the community center, which we have not checked, so I feel like of the two, that's going to be the more likely option of where she is. So let's check the community center. She's only here now that it's been restored, by the way. A fair few people will have their schedules shifted around once the center has been restored. Well, there's Evelyn, there's Maru. A lot of people are hanging out in here. Yeah, Mare's in here as well, but yeah, she's not. Okay, well, we can't waste too much more time on that because I need to be at the bus stop at 4. So maybe we'll find her after the fact. I'm going to load into that screen right at 4, so I'll just sit here for a minute or two, which is going to be more like half a minute, but that's fine. Hey guys. Hi Delta, thanks for coming. Yeah, no worries. Well, our gear's loaded already. Looks like everything's set. Alright everyone, let's get in the bus. I'm starting to get really nervous. Well, good. I usually played better in anything that was like, you know, public or tournament or whatever when I was nervous. Okay, here we are. Wish me luck. Yeah, you'll do fine, buddy. I'm not worried. Hi everyone, we're from Pelican Town, and we're called Goblin Destroyer. Here we go. Yeah, depending on what song you said they should compose will determine what song you get here. Not sure what that ending was, but okay. Whoa, that was great. It sounded like a mix of like very Arabian at the start, but also like Earthbound Mother 3 a lot. Really love that heavy breakdown at the end. That was the one part I kind of didn't like. But you should really be clapping for Delta. Without his help, we'd never have decided what kind of music to make in the first place. No, don't put that pressure on me. So you're like an honorary member of the band then. Penny, I've been looking for you all day. Where have you been? Oh, and don't forget to pick up one of our demo cassettes on the way out. Only 10G. Actually, that's pretty good for even for a demo disc. That's basically nothing. That went well. Thanks again for coming with us. You got it, man. Alright, well, let's see if I can go find Penny now that we've gotten that taken care of. Another smaller quest here. What do we got? Earth Crystal. Probably not, but... let's not do it and say that we did. Nope, she's still not here. Well, we could check the museum again, I suppose. She could be over on the other side. Admittedly, I was not looking as diligently as I should have. Yeah, I don't think she's here. Keep swinging by her house, hoping to catch her there. Nope, that's Leah. I thought that was Penny for a split second there. I'm gonna check again to see if I can find where she is. Alright, I think I see where she is, or rather where she's going is she's gonna be walking Jazz and Vincent back from the playground, which is up north. There you are. Good grief, you took forever to find. There you go. Mom's been complaining ever since JojaMart closed down. I think it's good for her, though. Maybe she'll drink less Joja Cola now. Yeah, don't mind me who just drank some. It's fine. Yeah, still one heart shy with her, but that's alright. So let's see. Have we got everybody that we can at this point? Sandy's the only one, but, Pam just left. Oh, Alex. I could try to find Alex, yeah. Much as that would probably be a good idea, though, I think we're actually better off doing the whole hoeing strategy for more money, because we are running low right now. And I do want to have some on hand in case the traveling merchants got anything, and also just in general, we do need to have some money ready for the upcoming season. So I want to make sure to do that. We could also sell these rings and whatnot at the shop since we'll be up there. So I think we'll do that. There's not really anything else to sell because I do want to keep that. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. Make a run up, sell some of these things. Also, I should have grabbed another geode for the crusher there. Theoretically, I'd have that put in a better spot where it's right next to it, but it's fine. At some point, we'll find a moment to kind of rearrange things. It's just now is not a very good time for it. There will come a time, it'll probably be in late to mid-late spring, where everything will be going. We'll have a good amount of income coming in. We'll figure it out at some point. I could go and check the quarry, but I don't feel like there's anything I particularly need there right now. So I'm not going to worry about it. It is a very good area for excess stuff, kind of like with the desert. If you want to plant trees over there, that's a good spot for trees. But for the quarry as of itself, it's not really that useful. About the best thing you get is that golden scythe, but since we've got the iridium one, we don't even need that anymore. So I think for now we will just see if we can make a little bit more income before the day's end. This is also giving a few more chances for iron bars to go so we can get the sprinklers ready. It's not going to take the whole day, I don't think, personally. But I do think I'm going to try to pretty up the farm a little bit. I might start doing stuff like adding fences and what have you, just to make it look a little bit more nice. So it'll look very different in year 2 than it did year 1. Of course, at the start of year 1, the whole place was a mess because we just got here, but still. It'll be cool to see it look a lot different than what it did when we started. It'll be a big change, too, because we'll have, you know, almost everything will be at iridium quality. All of our skills will be maxed. We'll have a barn, a coop. The only thing we didn't do a lot of was upgrading the house, but again, I don't feel like you need it super, super early. I feel like I upgraded to the kitchen at about the right time, at least for me personally, so it worked out. Curious to see how far we can get in terms of getting all of this tilled. I don't know if we'll be able to get the beach entirely done, but we should be able to get this and the area just south of here done. What I'm also curious about seeing in the spring is if we'll get that one quest that I mentioned that only pops up in the spring that gives you a very good reward. I'm hoping that one will turn up. And there'll be a couple other changes as well. There'll be new items in stock. There's some, and I use this term loosely, penalties as well. If you were buying your stone or wood from places like Robin or whatnot, their inventory is going to cost you more now. It won't for like buying seeds and stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, for just raw materials, that price will have gone up. So if you've been throwing away those pieces of wood or pieces of stone, now you're going to probably want to consider otherwise. Especially since your house upgrades are going to cost you a fair bit of wood and stone. Sometimes it's wood, sometimes it's hardwood, but either way, you are going to need it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get down to the beach to get this done, but we're still making a pretty good amount here. Yeah, 40 and 30, respectively. That'll be a pretty good bit of change right there. Plus, we'll also have the cheeses and the mayonnaise, so that'll help too. The crystal fruit, that's another 300 right there, or 600 rather. Don't remember if it's 300 per, or I was getting 300 last time I did that because it was 150 per, but either way, we will take it. I'm going to quickly pop in here and see if another ancient fruit has grown. Yeah, I didn't think so, but just to be absolutely sure. Only one of these left, so we'll put that back up, and I guess probably the copper will be the one we're using the most next. We'll toss one more geode into the crusher before we call it a night. Oh, you got me a fish. Well, thank you. I'll be sure to put that in the shipping bin as well when I get a chance. Yeah, there we go. Make some of that profit back. Not quite 10K, but pretty close. So that'll be a good amount to start with for the seeds, I think. Alright, let's take a look. The Queen of Sauce on the last day. Cranberry candy. Here's a fun one to help you celebrate the new year. Cranberries are quite bitter on their own, but submerge them in an ocean of sugar and they'll taste like angel's tears. Here's how you do it. Learn how to cook cranberry candy. Fortune teller is, the spirits are very happy today. Our bonus is Blessing of Fangs. Probably not going to see much use, admittedly. Toss that in. Toss an earth crystal in, and we've got mail. Delta, the show was a rockin' success. I wanted to say thanks again for all your help in creating this amazing band. We couldn't have done it without you, Sam. Well, thanks, but you probably could have. After all, it was your idea to start the band. It was Sebastian's idea to bring in Abigail, so it was a group effort. Hold of one of these. Alright, let's go with the lower quality eggs, I think, for now. Yeah, the animals will actually start coming outside once winter is over here. So it'll be cool to see them hanging out and about. I have not forgotten that I do still need to pick up a pig at some point. It was just other things took priority, and so as a result, it was not that big a deal. Another ancient fruit, which is immediately going to go right into the seed maker. In the meantime, I'm going to grab one of each of these fruits and sell them, just on the off chance that I have not sold any of them yet. Put that here for now. There we go. It seems like a waste for now, but trust me, when it's like, you've got a good bit of those, all of a sudden it's going to look very, very different. Alright, so the day's plans. First and foremost, the one thing we definitely don't want to miss is the requirement at noon sharp for that one thing that we need to check, so we'll be sure to do that. The other is figuring out what we're going to be doing with having the place look a little bit nicer and more fancy. So I'm going to say, when I find it, these are the fences I'm going to be going with, the hardwood fence, because they're the most durable. The other ones will fall apart faster. I do want to keep the grass animals contained, but I'm not going to keep it, like, super strict and whatnot. This is going to be mostly just to kind of make it look like an actual farm, how you would fence things off. When the animals go outside, they don't, like, leave the farm or anything like that, but I would like to get these sort of figured out and sorted. So in terms of how I'm going to do that, I'm going to start with like 85 hardwood fence, and then I'll figure it out from there, because I'm going to sort of fence this area off. I think I would still like to have the ability to go through here, so I'm going to move this. Also, yeah, you're going to see me switch back and forth a fair bit here on the copper. So I'm going to start kind of slowly taking things apart here. I'm also going to move that and put this here because I keep making that mistake. But yeah, in order to get the fences to connect, you just draw them pretty much next to each other. It's not too terribly tough. I think we'll go about there. And the other thing I need to do, if you can believe it, I'm actually going to chop these down. You do get the saplings back, so you don't have to worry about that part. But yeah, these trees do need to go. They are taking up space, and while I would get the fruit from them, we can get that from the greenhouse now, so there's not really as much for use. I'll just replant the saplings there, and we'll be good to go. I think I will go ahead and leave another door right there. So I put it there, I think. And from here, oh, I don't know how far. I feel like, honestly, this is probably good. We'll just do this. So there we go, now that that's sort of walled off. I'm going to plant some actual grass in here, too, and I'm going to get rid of that. So as for crafting the doors, all you need is just regular old wood. Pretty easy. So since we chopped down some of those trees, we'll just put those there. There's one. There's two. There's three. So all you gotta do is just right-click to open them, right-click them again to close them. They're pretty easy to use. So I'll probably just leave them open as they are right here, honestly. As for the campfire, since we did put that away, I'm gonna put it, like, here. I think it'll be perfectly fine. I'm gonna put these away for now. And the other thing I want to make, where are they, is this. Is the crystal floors, placed on the ground to create paths or to spruce up your floors. I'm going to go with 30 for now, I think. But I'm going to do a little bit of a pathway. Oh, this is not the pathway I was thinking it was. Where's the pathway I was looking for, then? Do I not have it? Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I need to go buy it from Robin. It is also the day of the traveling merchant, so I need to do that too. But it's getting close to noon, so I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I think instead I'm going to put all this up. Replant these momentarily, but I think for now I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, I was looking for a very different pathway from that. I could do the crystal pathway, but there's another one that looks a little bit more natural that I like, so that's the one I would prefer. So yes, looking at that secret note again, check the bush above the playground at noon sharp on the last day of any season. Again, it does not have to be winter. So playground is here. There's a piece of copper. And I'm presuming it means this bush right here. If I remember correctly. And at noon sharp, you can find a Junimo plush. Cool little secret right there. See another piece of decor, which I will decorate the house proper at some point, but I also want to make the house bigger before doing that, because we don't really have a lot of space now. We're kind of running low as it is with just the kitchen and the bedroom, and I don't want to have to walk around too many things while I'm messing with that. So, for now, I'm just going to put that away. Tea leaves in here. I can go back, obviously. I think I'm gonna work on some gold bars since they take a little bit longer. As for the other thing I want to do, let me check really quickly to see what supplies I need for building this. So I am going to need 5 iron bars for this, but we'll still have plenty. You'll also need 100 hardwood and 10,000 G. Also, I've not forgotten about Traveling Merchant. I'm going to do that next, but I want to do this first before I forget it. And it's going to be about equidistant, so we'll take the long way and see if we can find any consumables. But yeah, I do want to make a pathway right here. Something that will tell me, like, hey, don't plan on this, because it's just a little pathway. This is one I've been meaning to do for quite some time, but just never really had the opportunity because other stuff came up. And that was building a stable. Allows you to keep and ride a horse. The horse is included. So we're going to build that and put it... Normally I would put it here. I'll probably just move that recycling center, that one on the right. So I'll put it here. Okay, I'll get working on your new stable first thing tomorrow morning. Sweet. Now all I have to do is just hope I didn't accidentally screw myself out of buying something from the Traveling Merchant that I wanted. Which there's not really too much left that I could think of that I would want, but there might be something, you never know. We shall see. Now let's get back to the bus stop here. Put some stuff away so it's not clogging up my inventory or that I don't get distracted by it. And then we'll quickly go and plant these. Actually, I'm going to leave them in here so I can do sort of a mirror of what they look like on the opposite side. So once they've actually got the fruit on them so I know which is which, then we will do that tomorrow. All this grass down here. Because it doesn't grow during the winter. That's all stuff that's just been there since fall. Luckily, she does not close until pretty late, like 6 or 7, I think. So let's see. Nah, none of these are looking particularly important, so I think we did not screw ourselves. In fact, we made a very wise decision, I think. Because the horse will come in handy, because you can move a lot faster while you're on it. Hey, man. Came to bring you this. See, we're 3 hearts shy with him. I think, really, there's only, like, 2 people that are pretty low, which is Haley and Alex. Oh, and I guess the dwarf, but... Even then, they're technically halfway there if we're just going with the friendship hearts. So really, it's just the dwarf. So if I do have free time, I will do some gifting, because obviously the next in-game day is going to be very busy buying seeds and the like. And it probably means that once I get to the end of today, I'll probably also sell quite a bit of just excess stuff that I have, because I want to have a lot of money for seeds. And once again, if you're worried about having not collected all the secret notes, they will still appear. It does not matter what season, so they're not just going to stop showing up because you're not in winter anymore. Can I sell that here? Didn't think so. We'll throw it in here. Sort of an excess thing. Nah, we probably will need more than that. We'll do like 10 of those, I guess. So I'll toss these in there as well. Geode Crusher can do its thing. Ah, shoot, I forgot to get that other thing potentially from Robin if I can afford it. I know she's working on something. I'm trying to buy something from her if she will let me, which hopefully she will. Hopefully she closes at 5 and not at 4. I'm probably going to be like just too late, aren't I? No, got there just in the nick of time. Okay. Do you have what I'm looking for here? These are the braziers. This was the one thing the aquamarine and the marble were used for, by the way. Or the aquamarine was. Crystal path. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. There's some other recipes here as well, but I'm not going to buy any of these, even though they're cheap, because, again, I want to save my money. Man, we just barely got that in time. I was going to sell the hardwood to her if I didn't have enough, but I didn't know how much it was going to cost me. If it was 2K, then it would have been a little bit too pricey for me, but it worked out. Alright, so that crystal path, I do want to make that a fair size, like decently large. So I'm going to put this back up. I'm going to grab what's left of that and actually craft the crystal path I wanted to craft the first time and stupidly got wrong. There we go. So what I'm going to do is do sort of a pathway like this. I do need a little bit more because I do not want to keep that there. And thankfully the gold bars have finished because I am going to actually use a couple of these. For anybody that didn't believe me about the quartz, I can show you that that will in fact work now. Geode crusher is done. There's another one in there. So I'm going to grab my scythe to finish getting some extra spot here, and then we are going to go crazy with the sprinklers, essentially. I could do iridium if I really wanted to. How many of those could I make? 10? I mean, that's a fair bit. What do we... Like, we don't really need iridium immediately for anything else, but I think I'm just going to go with what I initially planned for these. Oh, refined quartz is the other thing I need. Okay, well, that kind of answered that question then. I guess we're doing it. We're going to go with the big ones, the iridium sprinklers. Alright, first things first. We're just going to clear out enough of this until the silo is full. And it wasn't getting super low, but it was low enough to where I can clear this out at least and not have to worry. So once I stop seeing the hay count go up, that'll kind of tell me, hey, you don't need to grab any more hay anymore. And I think that was all of it right there. That'll be plenty of space for plants, though, for now. So yeah, that will give you 3 each for doing that. So we'll put that back up. I think 5 should be plenty for the rest of that pathway, so I'm not going to worry about that anymore. Just on the off chance I do need some of that quartz, though. I'll do a little bit more. So put a piece there, there, and that's already good. So yeah, just a little walkway like that, nothing fancy. I could technically put the door one space lower, I suppose. So we'll do that and that. And swap those so it actually is in the middle. Oh, that other piece of wood just disappeared. Guess I had to do that in a specific order. There we go. Got that fixed. Alright, as for the sprinklers... how shall we do this? Admittedly, I think I want to just keep building the quartz and leave the, like, this pathway of sprinklers just as they are, so I'll put one more right there. I think I'll do these on a lower section. That was iron and gold, not iron and copper. These will be easier to keep track of this way. So right here, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we'll just go across, and then everything below this we'll figure out from there. There's no point in putting one up there. So here, 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 and then I'll put one more right there. For this section up here, I do have other plans for this. I'm not worried about putting stuff right here right now, so that one I'm not going to worry about. For these tiles, so it'll be basically like, I'm not going to worry about right there because that's kind of a weird spot, so we'll go with here, I think, is the next spot, because these do 24, so the grid will look like, just so you can get a visual idea of what it looks like. It'll look like that, but also with that corner there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then going down be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be here. That tree's kind of in the way, so I'm going to get rid of it. Here. It's a little bit easier to see when you can kind of just complete the picture, though. 2, 3, 4 here. And here. So that will give us plenty to work with. And I could work on tilling those pieces, I suppose. Yeah, I was going to say, I think a pickaxe is required to fix that one. I'm just going to do this until the day runs out, I think. I guess I could have moved all of these one over based on the where the fence is. But we'll adjust it as necessary. That is all we're going to have time for, because we are running out of time here. So let's try not to pass out here again. Right in the foot of the bed, basically. Yeah, we got a little bit there. Would have liked a tiny bit more, but we can physically bring stuff to Pierre if we really need to. And we can always do that with like the cheese and whatnot, so it's not that big a deal. 4865 will work for now, plus whatever we had. We can make that work. Here it is. We're back to spring. I bet you guys are going to be really excited to see what it looks like outside now that it's not all covered in snow. And because I'm nice, I'll actually not cliffhang. You can actually see what it looks like. But we're not going to see who that is. Not yet. So yeah, some of the bits of garbage and junk will be back. So we will have to fix that. But once it's fixed, yes, we can see what this looks like. You can see all the animals outside. You can see the pathways. Oh, it looks so bright and full of life now. Oh, so nice. But yes, we will save that for another day. But I'm going to end the video out here so you get to enjoy the spring. So, next time on Fantasy Farm here on Stardew Valley, we'll be starting year 2. What does that mean, basically? Well, once we get the pickaxe upgraded, again, that's all the tools upgraded, we'll still be working on friendship hearts, of course. We're going to obviously work on cleaning up the farm and getting the seeds put up. After that is done, other than big quests, I do want to work on getting the bookseller stuff done. I want to be able to get more of this cleared out, obviously more of the mastery skills as well. I'd like to grab the remaining animals that I'm missing, and from there, we'll see where things go. Until then, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one for the start of year 2. Later.